Welcome back, everybody. I'm Michael Foley, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to do a double ankle grab sweep from Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I got Coach Chris back for this one. He's going to help me out. Okay, the double ankle grab sweep happens from closed guard when my opponent stands up to try to open my guard and pass. It sets up like this. So starting in closed guard, if my opponent's struggling to open my closed guard, which he has to do in order to pass, it's oftentimes that they're going to want to stand up. So he's got double lapel grip here. He's going to stand up to pass. This is when I have my opportunity. Just as he's standing up and about to get his posture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my guard, but I keep my hips tight. I keep my knees pinching tight, and I keep my hamstrings, the back of my legs, resting here on his hip. Now from here, I'm going to slide my hips to the mat. That's putting all of his weight on his heels, and that's what I'm looking to do. What makes this move effective is I'm going to block his ability to step back, because if I just try to do this move, pushing, hacking down on his hips, I'll get his weight to shift to his heels, but he can actually step out of this fairly easily. It looks like this. So he goes to stand up. I open my guard and hack down on his hips, but he can just walk back out of this. And I just did his job for him. So instead, as he stands up, I'm going to open my guard, keep tension on my legs, weight on his hips. But as I drop my hips, my hands are going to make two hooks behind each ankle. And as I drop here, I'm going to drop my heels to the floor and kick in this direction and seat him to the mats. I can't just stay there. Once I get his hips to hit the floor, I need to try to complete the sweep to a dominant position. I'm going to do that using the crumbling hip movement that I covered in my solo drills video. So putting that into the sweep, he stands up. I open my guard, drop my hips, grab the ankles, and sweep. But as he sweeps, at a certain point, when he angles back to fall away, there's no return. As long as I got his ankles, he's not going to be able to straighten out his hips and stand back up. That's the point where I let go this ankle right here with my left hand, and I'm going to grab his left wrist right here. Once I got that, my outside foot hits the mat. My inside foot, my right leg in this case, I'm going to wrap that around his hip. And then as he's rolling backwards, I'm going to do that crumbling hip movement, my outside knee to his armpit, and I turn him 180 degrees to get mount position. So a little quicker, it looks like this. Okay, there's one contingency you got to look out for here. If when I sweep my opponent, their hips hit the floor, they can still push me back with either arm. I'm going to use that to capitalize and try to get a submission. So it looks like this. So the sweep is the same. I open my hips, drop, catch. But when I go to do the sit-up sweep to finish it, he's stiff arming me right here. So what I'm going to do is engage this leg the same way I did with the sweep. But instead of trying to push his armpit with this outside arm here, I'm going to kick over the top and collect his head. I'm biting on his arm right here with my elbow, and I'm going to turn so that not my knee hits the floor, but my outside hip, and I'm going to turn underneath. If my opponent rolls out of this, I switch my grip, keep my legs in position, and then I got the arm lock. Okay, let's look at that arm lock from the other side. So everything's the same. Stands up, I open my guard, drop, and I get my double ankle grab sweep. I go to grab the far side arm, elevate my hips, but he blocks. What I need to concentrate on is getting this hip as high into his armpit as I can, and then this foot, my outside toe, I'm going to dig that into the mat. That's going to help me step over, then I tuck. And if he rolls, I finish the arm lock. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm Michael Foley. I'll see you on the mats.